Now we can talk. Hey, everybody.
Hooray.
Hooray.
Hey.
Hey, we're here. We're back. It's Wednesday night, and I'm down here, and Michael's up there, and that can only mean one thing. We're playing the Isle of Endless Fog. It's our brand new campaign written by Christian and Jack. Thank you for writing this adventure. Michael, thank you so much for running us through this. Super excited to be playing in a game and taking a little bit of time off from DMing. So thank you.
Don't thank me yet.
Well,
Hopers could still happen.
I'll take it. That's the kind of content I'm here for. Maybe not.
Oops, all
Chris, Jack, I want to apologize to you now. Some things may happen that aren't in the module, and that's okay. But I blame everyone else here who keeps handing me ideas.
Isn't that
beautiful? Why would you apologize for that?
Because I feel like artists should be appreciated for their medium they create.
We appreciate them, and then we'll break it.
Yep. I have so many terrible ideas. They're just going to keep coming.
It's amazing.
Oh boy, here we go. Ashley is already plotting against us. Damn it.
Wow. No, she's been plotting against you guys for a solid week. You haven't seen the messages I've been getting.
Sure. Right away. I get it. Well, Michael, I'm just going to hand it over to you to welcome us to the new game. And I don't know if you guys have the outline in front of you, but take it away, sir.
Okay. Hey, good afternoon, evening, morning, good night, whatever time it is, whatever time you're watching this, because it's not just those of us who are now, but all of those of us who may be in the future or through some potential future development, those in the past. The important part is we greet you. Hi, as noted, I'm Michael. I'm going to be DMing for the next few sessions, running through this wonderful module adventure supplement. I'm not sure what the proper nomenclature is anymore, but it's a thing. Module. We're calling it a module then.
Love that word.
The Island of Frog. It is not, as you may see when we cut to the game itself, the Island of Endless Fog.
Frogs.
Yes, the cover may
Endless
say
frogs.
Island of Endless Frogs.
He's already changed your game, Christian. Sorry.
Not at
all.
Changed the title.
Happening.
Who did that? That's blasphemy.
We could have played an all grung party
this whole time. I got to rework my character now.
And it makes me think of a quote from my old D&D games group that we kept going around whenever something happened. It could be worse. It could be bullywugs. Thankfully for everyone here, it will probably not be bullywugs, but I make exactly 0 promises. The future is an undiscovered country. Speaking of undiscovered countries, we're going to talk about our delightful players here, this group of mad people who have thrown themselves to my whims. And again, what I see on my screen is probably not the order everyone sees on their screen, but I'm going to do the introductions in the order clockwise I see before me, which starts with Dave.
Oh, hey everybody. My name's Dave. Been on the Superior Adventures Guild jam for quite some time. And usually I'm running a game on Wednesdays. I'm taking a break. I can be found playing in this game on Wednesdays now. I can also be found playing in our Thursday Midwinter Keening game. And on Friday nights, not Friday nights. On Sunday nights, I can be found over on Time Lord's wife's channel playing in the Curse of Strahd game. This Saturday, I will be playing and running a game to support Operation Supply Drop, which is an organization that supports veterans through professional development, community development, and lots of other great things. We are raising money, so we will drop some information on that in the chat. I'm actually going to do that right now. Andy and Ashley are going to be playing in that game. So if you want to make a donation to the Operation Supply Drop and also at the same time buff their characters by giving them a healing potion, by giving them a magical item, by giving them a level. Yeah, that's true. You can do that. There are pre-game donation options at that link that I just dropped in there. Check it out. And then if you want to, or if you can, please come by and check it out and hang out in the chat with us. That'll be on Saturday, starting at 1 p.m. Central on the Games Tavern Twitch channel. Thank you.
No, Dave. Thank you.
Hmm.
Next, we're going to start going clockwise from what we actually see on the stream because I did the smart thing and turned it on. That takes us to Andy.
I'm next.
You are next.
Hey, everybody. My name is Andy. Tonight, I will be playing Zeb, a College of Eloquence bard. But you can also see me here sometimes on Wednesday nights playing Runar Deg in our Beyond Saltmarsh game and Stieg in our Midwinter Keening game. And yeah, I'm just excited to play this game.
Play games.
All right.
Play some more
Next.
games.
Next on the list, going clockwise again, we have Ashley, our Lady of Slaughter and Death.
Ugh. Hey, everybody. I'm
Wow.
Ashley.
Wow.
And I'm Minnesota Muse on Twitch. And I am going to be playing Orcanna Bone Crusher tonight. She is a half-orc barbarian because sometimes I would like to rage.
Mm.
Yeah, she's gonna like go out and smash some skulls. You can also see me on Thursdays as I play Astrid Bouldersdottir, who is a Gothi of Balder, which is like it's a cleric character, and she's English and young and shy and sad. And then Saturday, I'm going to be playing in that game with Dave, and I'm going to be playing a Aasimar Celestial Warlock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
So you're playing a better cleric.
That's not really true.
I'm
It's
gonna
like
let
if you took some of the good parts of a paladin and smashed it into a cleric, but then took away all of the spells.
Yeah, but so much flavor. That build has so
Flavor is
much
good.
flavor.
It
Yeah.
does. It does.
So beautiful.
we're gonna let that be settled by His Holiness Pope Kirk the First, because I stared right at you, Kirk, and couldn't remember your name for a second. This is how my
get that
brain
all the
works.
time.
Fair
It's
enough.
okay. Hello, I'm Kirk. Typically, I'm playing Byron Hearn, the Grand Master of Mischief. But tonight, I am Tethros of Grit, a half-giant rune knight of few words.
I want to see how that plays out. Chad, taking
Hello.
bets. Go.
5.
Good answer.
Hey, it's me, Chad, also known as North Shore DM, also known as Real CMG. On Wednesdays in Dave's Greyhawk game, I play Tenok Knucklebones. In Midwinter Keenan, I play myself as the Dungeon Master, bringer
Which
of
is
pain
even
and sorrow.
scarier.
Yeah, right. Strangely enough, same amount of punching.
That's true.
And today and for the course of this mini series, I will be playing Rayhan Aktuna, Soul Knife of the Supreme Mistress of Petals.
Supreme Mistress of
Mm.
Petals. I just need to
Yep.
say
I
that
love
occasionally,
that.
so
I
I'll
love
remember
that.
the
Yeah.
Supreme Mistress of Petals. Speaking of the Supreme Mistress of Petals, do we have some announcements, Dave? Do we?
Yeah, man.
Oh, cool.
We do.
Hell yeah.
Andy, you have an announcement, don't you?
Oh boy, do I have an announcement. We have shirts that you can put on your body and walk around and support the Superior Adventurers Guild. They look like this. Grab one, put it on your body. It'll be lots of fun. And we also have sweatshirts and tank tops and coffee mugs and wall art. Like, have you ever been laying in bed and you're like, God, I wish there was a 7-foot Superior Adventurers Guild banner hanging over my bed right now. Well, we got that. We have that in the merch store.
That's
That's
huge.
just normally what
So
my
you-
paralysis demon looks
Yeah.
like.
you can just go online and grab yourself one of those, and everything will be amazing.
Wow.
That's that.
I will be
else do we
impressed if
have,
I will be
guys?
impressed if somebody buys that. I have an announcement,
Gonna
Michael.
be one of us.
It probably will be. You're right. Actually, I think we're the ones who have bought just about everything. But hey, you know what?
Mhm.
Andy gets to wear a shirt, which we decided
Mhm.
early on that we wanted him clothed.
I was
there you go.
vetoed on that, and I apologize, everybody.
Yeah. Hey, here's a really cool announcement, everybody. You may or may not know this, but this campaign is sponsored by CZRPG. Christian and his team over at CZRPG Publishing have been with us on our Wednesday night campaign for quite some time. We really appreciate your support. Christian and his team publish a bunch of great content for 5th edition's Dungeons and Dragons. We're talking game settings, we're talking adventures, we're talking player options, a ton of great maps that you can get over on the various places that you get things. In fact, we will post a link to his DM's Guild. DriveThruRPG. Yep. Library. Christian, so sorry. But what's really cool, guys, is that Realm Warp Media is the publisher of the Isle of Endless Fog, which we're playing in. And we're going to be giving away a copy of that tonight, courtesy of Christian. So thank you very much for that. If you're interested in signing into the giveaway, !drawing is all you need to do. Andy's going to show you how it's done. It's super simple. It enters you to win. We'll draw one lucky winner at the end of the stream. This is a great piece of content that Christian and Jack put together. 80-page PDF, 16 creatures, 11 new items, 4 settlement maps. I'm not even going to try to wonder what this is and how it's going to be twisted against us, but a corruption map? I don't know. And there's Derby Haven. I mean, guys, this piece of content was designed for you and you and you. So take your team to Derby Haven and sign up to win by typing !drawing, just like Tythalanos did. Tythalanos, thank you for being our super fan this week. We appreciate you. Yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. Did I forget anything? I don't know.
I've forgotten if you've forgotten anything.
Oh, I know what I'll say. Christian, because we want to support him, is got a Kickstarter going. So I'm going to put the link to that right now in the chat. Go check out his Kickstarter. I hope it's going well. The last time I looked, it was doing really well. So get on over there and check it out. He's creating some pretty awesome content, including this Kickstarter for amazing encounters and places. So go check it out, folks. We really appreciate their support. We hope you'll support them. The only other thing I had was just a reminder to folks that are in the chat. Everybody who's here knows this already, but if you want to influence the game at any point, we're starting at zeros, folks. You can donate bits to the players or the DM. We've got advantage points, which give a player DM advantage on a roll, and we've got luck points, which allow us to make a re-roll after the fact. So check that out if you're interested in doing crazy things to our game, which we love. Please take advantage of that. That's all I have, Michael.
Bump, bump. Oh, Chad.
I got something. Pete Lutenberger just redeemed a gift advantage.
Oh boy.
Oh, who's it for, Pete?
For Mike,
DM Michael.
For Michael.
Keep in mind we have like 20 hit points right now. Just saying. I'm just saying.
That's why I started you at level 3.
What do you mean we? I have some announcements right here on this channel on Friday and on Saturday. There will be some bonus streams happening. Hopefully there will be the games that I will be running at GameholeCon. But sometimes things don't work out the way you want them to. So I'm going to stream something else if those don't happen.
Oh, you could recruit some players here tonight, maybe.
Well, I'm getting to that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So GameholeCon is this weekend, right? GameholeCon, the largest tabletop role-playing convention, board game convention in the Midwest. Physically, Madison, Wisconsin, virtually the whole world. It's on the internet. And we'll be taking part in the virtual space. I'll be running a game called Assault on Europa 2 on Friday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. It'll be 4-ish hours. And then I'll be running a game called Bearcats to the Rescue on Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. The Bearcat or the Assault on Europa 2 is using the Xeno Dead Zone rule set from Runehammer Games. Very much Alien and Aliens inspired game. It is currently sold out. We'll see if everyone actually shows up because there's been some problems. Bearcats, however, has plenty of open space. 5. It has 5 open spaces.
Oh,
So for the low price of whatever
$20.
a virtual badge of $20, you can sign up to play games because there's a crap ton of them available virtually still, which would include Bearcats to the Rescue, DM'd by me. It'll be using the Index Card RPG Master Edition system, also put out by Runehammer, and it's very much inspired by Red Dawn. So, plucky kids fighting against invaders. It's going to be great. It's going to be great fun. We're going to stream them live. And then if none of that actually happens, then we'll probably stream me painting a giant snake miniature.
You're excited about that snake
that I got for my birthday, which is this weekend. Yeah, that's all that I have. If you're going to Gamehole Con, awesome. Props. If you're going to Virtual Gamehole Con, also awesome props. Play games, have fun. It's a super fun con. I got to look around at if they're doing any of the seminars virtually because I want to see those.
Chad, there's a question in the chat for you. Red Dawn with Patrick Swayze or Chris Hemsworth? LOL. And I think Silver Red Fox Gaming, you know the answer to that already.
Yeah. More Patrick Swayze, less the Chris Hemsworth
Do we
version.
need to
I've
ban?
never actually seen the
Both?
Chris Hemsworth version.
What if they fight each other?
Nice.
I'm thinking Hemsworth is going to win on that one.
Here's my challenge. Here's my challenge to
Circumstances.
you. Here's my challenge to you, internet.
No,
Here's what I want everyone to do. Let's start a new internet campaign.
Roadhouse. It's pretty good.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagrams. Send messages to Corridor Digital
TikTok
to make a 1984 Red Dawn versus a whatever fucking year the remake was, Red Dawn, digitally, because they'll do it. Maybe. But if someone was going to do it and put it on YouTube, it would be them.
I'm
Anyway.
concerned.
You should be.
I am
concerned for the awesomeness that is about to be unleashed on this planet. That's all of my. That's everything I got.
Oh, I'm sure you've got more. You're just saving it for the game.
That's true. That's so true.
Do we have any other announcements? All right. Well, I guess we'll get started then. A beginning is a very delicate time. Know then that it is the year 10,191. The known universe is ruled by the... Wait, wrong copy. Wrong copy.
Wait, what now?
But
Let's start my notes over.
Set
I know,
phasers to
right?
stun, please.
set phasers to, hey, Dune comes out this weekend. Guys, if you want to watch a movie, go see that. However, if we're getting serious, it's time to get serious.
Oh, you didn't say we were wearing hats.
He's
Fuck
got a
me.
serious hat on.
I'm
I
gonna
have
let me go get some hats.
So many hats.
Well, now you all will know for next season. Next season? Guess next season. Next session. So, as to actually begin, oh God, I've started a mad rush for hats.
Oh man, I feel like I need a hat now.
I have made mistakes, chat. I apologize. We have
No,
a
this
number
is
of
good.
Yeah.
uncrowned kings and
That's
queens
right.
this evening.
Oh,
So
I love
many
it.
crowns.
You guys don't just have like full metal
There's-
crowns hanging around in your.
There's so many crowns.
Well, in that case, let's get serious. The sea is never silent. You always hear the creak of the rope and the rigging, the song of the petrel and the porpoise, as an old poet might have said once. Which is good, because beyond the bow of this small skiff, if you will, that the 6 of you are on, there is nothing to be seen. It is a wall of mist and has been since daybreak, as you have taken passage across the clay pot channel to the Isle of Man, or as some have taken to calling it the Isle of Endless Fog. If we were a film or a show, here's where the title card would be. Just see it in your minds. You left last night. It sailed overnight because that was more advantageous for the tides. Daybreak brought you a sliver of sun that quickly disappeared into a looming fog bank, which you have been in for hours now. The skipper, if you will, of this ship, definitely not someone who has ever taken people on a 3-hour tour, is a salty old sea dog of a man, if you will, named Clint. Clint has been regularly swearing up a storm, or in turns silent and occasionally kissing at a necklace of Procan, his holy symbol that he keeps around his neck. Not that he thinks it will do any good, but better to be safe than sorry. Rayhan, where are you on this small boat?
That hat is too warm. It's made out of felt and fur.
That's why mine went away as well.
Probably in the most stable part of the boat, whatever part of the boat that would be.
I'm not a sailor, but I assume the middle near the mast.
Yep,
It's a single-masted vehicle. Yeah.
Coming from a place without ups and downs and lefts and rights, in the wet sense, I don't like it.
Don't like it, no sir. While you kind of sit there in the middle, because there's still, it's a channel, but there's still wave action, so the boat just tilts to and fro. Though you hear the wood gently giving and creaking as it happens, and if you're not used to that, it has to be off-putting. I imagine Zal, though, is not bothered by this at all. Or I could be wrong. What do you think?
Zal is not bothered by this at all. In fact, Zal has taken to dozing on and off at the bow. Perhaps the water from the ocean crashing up against the hull and maybe splashing him from time to time. His robes wet in some respects. But yes, he is quite at home on the seas.
What does Zal look like?
I envision Zal sort of, he's very old. He is an old man, probably in his 70s, a long gray beard coupled with long gray hair that falls over his shoulder, a very messy, disheveled look about him. His once bright, brilliant blue robes have faded to almost a pale sort of beige from the exposure of the sun. And people who get too close to him might notice a bit of an odor.
Thankfully, the horrible...
An old man odor?
He smells, as you might think.
Musty.
Yeah,
man
a little
who
musty.
is-
Man
who
must.
is-
Mothballs?
He smells of man must.
Oh, Lord. Rayhan, I apologize. I totally forgot what Rayhan looks like, and I just assumed we all did. That was on me. What does she look like?
Rayhan is a small-ish, medium-sized adult female human. That's a dumb way to start, but it's too late now. She has the kind of darker skin tone and complexions found among the Paynims and the Bakloonish folk, not unlike, say, people from the Turkey or that whole region of our actual world.
The Levant.
The Levant, yeah, up into I think there's even Mongol. There's some very Mongol type influences in this part of Greyhawk. She's a slight girl, not super. She's not yoked like all the rest of my characters have been so far, but she has a litheness, a air of movement and power in non super muscular ways. I don't know. And she wears a fighting leathers. She has I don't know. It would be cool if she had like a veil that sometimes she puts on like when she's gonna fucking smoke people with her psychic knives.
The murder veil.
Yeah.
Please continue. I'm having to put that into my notes for the session.
Yeah. I think she has a bit of a she's not like she is she's not like a handsome girl. She has a charisma of 8. Which, of course, obviously doesn't necessarily mean that she is an ugly person. It could just be that she
could be ugly on the inside.
She has a jerkish attitude.
Mm-hmm.
But I think based on some of the background choices I made, that she is not super attractive in a conventional sense, whatever that means to anybody. And perhaps she even has either, and I haven't necessarily decided on this, and I know this is not the great time to be up in the air, but perhaps some kind of birthmark, probably a birthmark. Yep, I'm gonna go with some kind of birthmark about her face that marks her, which is important because that may be one of the reasons why she is not a cleric of her cult.
The supreme mistress of petals.
Yep. Which may or may not have anything to actually do with the goddess Shang-Yi herself, and may in fact be more about the local clergy where she is from.
The divine is such a mystery, my friend. It's okay.
Being absolute dickheads about stuff because they can be. She carries a kilich, which is functionally in D&D terms, it's we're using the scimitar. It's a heavily curved saber, single-edged Turkish sword. Yeah.
That's plenty, my friend. Do not worry. But let's go from the little guns to some of the big guns. I hear there's an Orcanna on this boat. Am I correct in that?
Yes. Let's see. Orcanna. Do you want me to describe her or say where I am?
Both, in either order you prefer.
Okay. Orcanna is a half-orc barbarian. She has green skin, black hair tightly braided on the sides to create a faux hawk. and white pigment radiating from her eyes that extends to her cheeks and forehead. She is heavily muscled, so she is yoked. And she has a thick wolf pelt over one shoulder that has inset red jasper eyes. And she has a short strapless leather bodice with claw marks across the stomach for decoration and possibly a previous battle. And
I left them
just a lot of
there.
leather.
I left them there because they're sexy.
That's right. She is about fashion. No, she's not about. I am not about fashion. So she would be, I don't know, maybe just like leaning with her back against one of the like water kegs, just like drinking something, probably not water. As she's looking over the side of the boat and just kind of keeping an eye out for anything coming up.
There's not a lot of water on this boat. I'm going to be real with you. Other things are going to be real. Let's go to the other, I don't want to say large person on the boat, but the other individual significant stature and potential yokedness. Is that Tethros?
That is me. Standing on the bowsprit, arms crossed.
On the
Wearing-
bowsprit.
On the bowsprit, arms crossed.
Hell yeah.
Standing stoically, looking out at the sea, occasionally puking off the side, but not letting anyone see him. Wearing plate armor that looks dwarven, but is significantly larger than any dwarven plate you would ever see. He has a breastplate. He is a half giant, a Goliath. Very, very, very tall. 8'7" tall,
Whoa.
with 2 glowing runes on his cheek, right below his right eye. He's got 2 war hammers hanging at his waist, a maul strapped to his back, and a full chest also strapped to his back.
Like a wooden one?
A full
Like
chest
a wood.
He's got a
wood
chest on his back.
of
A
black
wooden
hair.
chest.
He's so ripped. He's got
There were
pecs on
many
his
ways
back.
that there are many ways that went in my mind when he spoke that too.
Yes.
Full Magnum PI.
Think no. Maybe, well, he's bald, gray skin, large black dwarvish beard, but he's not a dwarf.
Well, we're not here to make that sort of judgment. Well, I'm not here to make that judgment. I can't speak, however, to Grayforest Zebulon Odonaghue. Tell me, Grayforest Zebulon Odonaghue, the questions I have asked. What's that son of a gun look like, and where's he at on this here ship?
Well, my name is Zeb. I'm a human. Not a big man, but I'm fit. Mama said I was born short and slapped flat. I got dark hair, light skin, and icy blue-gray eyes. I wear studded leather armor, traveler's clothes, clean, impeccable, dark cloak, a little dirty, and boots, muddy as hell. I am a gentleman. I don't like to get dirty, but I am willing to make a sacrifice if I have to. And that's about it. I carry a crossbow, hand crossbow, a rapier, and a whole lot of vicious mockery.
With that accent, it has to be
Yes.
coming. Although
Oh my god.
I did when you initially said that, thought you said a ham crossbow, and that image is not leaving
Okay.
my mind. Thanks.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And where is Zeb on yonder vessel?
I'm horribly uncomfortable right now. I feel like 10 miles of bad road. And I don't care for the smells coming off of this boat, man.
Smells like vomit.
down
Just-
reading a book about the Isle of Man.
let's get this party started right, y'all. As you sail amidst this fog that just blots out all the senses beyond the bow and leaves only the sounds of the ocean, the stench, the smells and stenches that are being magnified by your lack of scenery, and the feel of a crisp fall wind on your skin. Let's all roll Bearception.
I don't have that skill.
Well, then you fail to see the bear sneaking up on you.
Bearception.
Is that like
Perception.
bear inception?
Yep.
No,
How
no.
many,
You're
how many
thinking-
bears deep are you?
Should also mention, Zeb, that you now have 5 advantages and 2 luck points.
Oh.
Deserved. Well deserved.
Oh.
Oh, hang
Oh.
on, that's probably not. It's
We're just-
22.
We're
is the
we're
first
taking
one.
your first. That's okay. Just like
Yeah.
Tetros,
I got a 13.
I had you there. Do not worry, my friend. So, you are here. You're on this boat. Well, Zal. Didn't need to make anybody else look bad.
18.
Many things are kind of happening at the same time, as they do when you have the point of view of many characters at the same time. The more important thing that happens from a certain point of view is Clint kind of looks over at Orcanna and goes, "What's his name?"
Whose name?
No, he points at the wolf. "What's his name?"
Oh. This was good boy.
It's good. That's a good name. I like that name. Better than this goddamn fog. Why'd y'all say you were coming out here in the middle of this awful fog again?
There's something bad here. So we are going to go find it. Yes? I look at the other guys. He says yes.
Yeah, Clint, is it Clint?
Yes.
Have you heard of anything like the troubles on this island? Have you heard anything about it?
I haven't heard anything from anybody because no one's come back from the island in 8 months.
Oh, that long, huh?
Yeah, did nobody tell y'all?
No, I don't.
Well, we had guessed at that, of course.
While that's happening, Rayhan and Zhao, who are both looking over the bow for very different reasons, you notice motion beneath the waves.
Oh.
And
Is it the ocean?
no, what you realize very quickly, you're looking, is like, oh, that's a ridge of rock. That's a ridge of... And
Captain!
the entire boat shakes and shimmies as you run across something under the water.
I think we're running aground. Oh God, I fucked that up.
It's okay. Your words and their
Just keep
terrible
going.
accent
Just
are
keep going.
lost because at the velocity you're going and the rock outcropping that you found, the boat does this
Ah,
Uh-oh.
and then heels to one side. What happens over the next couple of minutes is uncomfortable, unpleasant. It's the type of things people have nightmares about when they're tossed into a sea and can't see. Yuck. Because of fog laying just over it and the sounds of breaking surf. And what's important is that everyone make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, that is important.
Can't because my cat demands pets.
Ah, 20 for Zal.
A 15 for Tetros.
3 for Zeb.
10. 10.
Natural
16.
1 for a total of 3.
Oh, everyone's world disappears into a noisome conflagration of rock and sea and foam and stone and wind, and people come to eventually. The person that will come to first, however, is Zal. Zal comes to lying on a beach, and why he comes to is because, Zal, you feel something tugging on your robe as you lay on the cold, cold sand.
And yet, despite that, Zal giggles to himself as he opens his eyes. What? Where am I? He looks over at whatever's pulling.
There is a goat.
Oh!
There is a red and white dappled goat with curly horns and those weird-ass square eyes, just vaguely chewing on your robe.
Okay, that's enough of that. And he'll reach for anything, a rock or sand, and just throw it at the goat.
Why'd you do that? I was eating, says the goat.
Oh my!
At that point, just a few feet away, Orcanna, you come to hear Zal making some very, very distressed noises.
Damn goat! Get off me! Get the hell! What?
Oh, you make friend?
Uh,
Oh, look, little goat! So
He-
funny.
He's not my friend, says the goat.
Oh,
It
sorry,
talks!
small hairy friend. You could come over here, sit next to me.
The goat then goes over and sits next to Orcanna. Tethros, you wake up to this. You have a splitting headache. You definitely are down at least 1 hit point from that. But you're alive, you're awake, and you just heard all of that as you came to. Maybe it was a dream, maybe it wasn't.
My father is frequently a bear, so is fine. Are you always goat?
Are you always whatever you are?
Pretty much.
Okay.
That's a talking goat.
Yes.
tried to eat me!
Talking Goat is now reaching over and trying to nibble on Orcanna's pelt.
Talking goat, stop that.
Oh, you hungry? And I reach down and see if I've got any food in my pouch.
Is Orcanna the type to keep snacks on her?
Probably.
Then yes, you do.
I'm a big girl.
Then yeah, it's waterlogged. But the goat's just like.
All right, I hand a chunk of bread that is kind of soggy at this point.
What happened? What happened to the boat?
Oh yes, where's the boat?
If you
We
look
were-
around,
We were just here. We were on the boat.
you'll see a couple of things. Actually, a number of things. You see a Rayhan and a Grayforest just down the shore on this sandy little beach. But it's that kind of beach where it's sandy and then there's occasional just spits of rock in it and also leading out into the sea. You also note that, there's pieces of wreckage floating in the water. I would say the cove itself that you're in, because it looks like a cove, you're realizing. The beach runs maybe 40, 50 feet in either direction. And then there are cliff sides that begin to rise around you. And in some cases, partially out to sea through aforementioned spits of rock. And then kind of the fog is kind of above what the cliffs are and a little bit further out. So you can actually see more than you have all day here. And
Can we tell what? Sorry. Can we tell what time of day it is in relation to when we were on the boat?
It doesn't look like that much difference has changed in the lighting. I'll give you that. It's certainly not suddenly almost nightfall.
Are there bodies floating about in the water with the wreckage?
There is a body floating about in the water with the wreckage. You see the form of Clint, the salty sea dog, just kind of bobbing in the surf.
Don't we know him? That one?
At this point, Rayhan, you have awoken as well. You unfortunately have taken 5 damage from being tossed about. It's painful. You definitely have one of those bumps on your head. That's not great.
You're not dead, though. So there's that.
And you still smell.
Oh, there's still that, too.
Oh,
There's a dead Clint.
is every? Oh, well, I guess
Come
that
meet
one's-
our goat friend.
He tried to
We've
eat
replaced.
me.
We've replaced Clint with a goat.
I am not anyone's friend.
You did try to eat me, though, did you not?
Careful how close you say that to us. I've eaten more than a few of your kind.
This goat
I've eaten more than a
talks.
few of your kind.
I knew it! He tried to eat me! He tried! He admitted to it!
Is that a threat?
Nobody's perfect.
That's true. Least of all us. Are there any gulls about, Michael?
You hear them, but you do not see them. Shouldn't be surprising. It looks like, the height of the fog is maybe 50 feet. But there's 2 other important details I will note. One, there is a Grayforest laying a little bit further down the beach. Grayforest appears unconscious.
He's probably dead.
And 2, at the far end of the cove, there does appear to be a worn path that leads kind of up and away from the shore, up through the craggy cliffs.
Zal is going to walk over to Tethros. Hey, big fella, would you help me with the dead one? And
Zal,
kinda-
you know my name.
of course I do. It's
Yes. Come on, I'll carry you.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to sit? Do you want to sit on the chest again?
Is that a trick question? Your chest.
I'll just grab him with
Oh!
one hand and kind of lift him up and,
Oh
and
my!
sit him down on the chest that I'm carrying on my back.
I can see a lot from here.
Zal, are you okay?
Yes. There's one in the water though. Can we get him? Pull him out.
I'll look around at everyone else, and then I, without really even acknowledging the guy that's floating in the water, I'll just start walking towards Grayforest.
I mean that one.
I'm walking towards him.
Yes. Yes, you are.
All right. Well, Grayforest's animated corpse rises. I mean,
Skull Dunes.
Grayforest.
Dunes.
Grayforest, you get to him. He is waterlogged. He is pale from the, again, cold water. But he is breathing and just appears to be still unconscious.
Mama. Mama.
Do something, Zal.
Set me down, would you please? Set me down.
I'll kneel down so he can hop off on his own.
Okay. Let's see here. And he'll crouch down and he'll just dig around in his pouch a little bit, think for a little bit, and then he gets a little frustrated and he just slaps him across the face.
That is what you wake up to.
Oh, there it is.
Old man slap.
Hey, I got old man strength.
What happened?
-1, but
The non-lethal damage.
it's non-lethal. Yeah.
Oh,
Either way, it's none. Yeah.
I, f-
Are you okay, Sonny?
I feel like a bag of smashed assholes.
Grayforest, in fact, you are down 5 hit points and have 1 level of exhaustion.
That means too many things, Andy.
Sit
You
up,
can't
sit
say
up.
that. I'm just kidding.
A
You can
down
say it.
fi-
It's fine.
All right. And a level of exhaustion.
And a level of exhaustion.
Is there somehow I note that on the sheet? I don't
Not a
know.
good way, no.
Okay.
I turn to the goat and I say, "So, how many humans you eat?"
What happened?
I lied.
That's
Where-
okay.
Where are we?
I'll look at Zal.
Why are you carrying around the druid?
That's a great
He
question.
fits so nicely up there on the chest.
It's nice up here.
If we had to wait for him, we'd never make it anywhere.
Are they always this weird?
I feel like I was rode
Yes.
hard and put away wet.
Do you one of you youngsters want to grab the captain out of the water, please?
How dangerous does it look to
Well,
get
yeah.
the captain out of the water? Is he far out or is he?
He's not far out. He's kind of bobbing in the surf, so maybe a foot or two out.
I'll go grab him.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll help. I'll help.
I'll watch.
You pull the corpse out. It's for those of you who are in the know on such things. He's still quite relatively movable, so rigor mortis hadn't set in, so it hasn't been that long. But he does, however, look very dead. He doesn't smell as bad as he did in life, thankfully. Power of the sea. But you notice that the holy symbol of Orcanna around his neck is no longer there.
Yeah, that didn't work very good, eh?
Drag him up onto the shore and just like dump his soggy body onto the rocks.
It's a shame.
Hey, goat, you can eat human now.
What are you talking about?
That goat
Yeah,
tried to
goat
eat me.
there.
There's a goat.
Yeah, there's a goat. Says the goat.
I
The
feel like
gray
I'm
and
out
red
of the
goat.
He is
What
your
hap-
party member, good friend.
What have you people been up to?
Wait, you know
Oh.
him,
With you now.
or it, or them, or
Yep.
Goat, what is your name?
Gray, says the white and red dappled goat.
Go dogs.
This is a good name.
Hello, Mr. Gray. My name is Grayforest, Zebulon, Odonaghue. These are my friends, and as you can see, we've crashed here. Do you live here?
Yes.
I'm talking to you.
Yes. Kitty. Sorry.
Oh. Okay. Do you live in a town here?
No.
Is there a town nearby that you know of?
I don't know anymore.
That is peculiar.
Are
Only
there other
about his-
goats that talk?
Yes, do you have any friends?
Besides us, because we are friends.
He said we are not friends.
We are friends now. That was before.
Yeah, you're all very confusing.
Well,
They're towns are the things. Yeah, he doesn't do the hand motion because of lack of hands, but it's definitely kind of a. Towns are the things where the people live in and all the buildings close together, and they keep all the food. They throw it out at night. Don't keep an eye on it, right?
Yes.
Yes, there are towns
I
on the
see.
island.
I see. Maybe we just need to speak your language a little bit. Yeah, a place
Parlez-vous
with,
français?
a place with more
Oui, oui,
people
bon
like
ami.
us. that walk
Suck a
upright
blue.
on 2 legs.
Yes.
While this is happening, Zal is going to look about the wreckage and probably search Clint to see if there's anything useful, any charts, compass, coin, anything that might be of use, a weapon, because I ain't got shit.
There is a compass that still does work.
Take that.
A dagger.
Take that.
6 worn copper coins.
I'll just throw those to the side.
And that's about it.
Yeah, we got a dagger here and some coins there if somebody needs them.
Goat wanders over, tries to chew on the coins.
You can never
Swallows
have
a coin.
too many knives.
That's gonna hurt when it comes out the other end.
You should
Trust
bury
me,
him.
I know these things. I'll tell you
You
about
look
it
like you do.
someday. Yeah. You know, I'm starting to come around to you, goat.
His name is Gray.
Greg?
Gray.
Greg? Greg?
Greg?
Greg?
Gray.
While they're all
Usually-
talking to the goat, I'm just gonna start digging a grave for our captain.
In the beach? Just on the beach?
I'll walk a short ways up the beach or like inland from the beach, but I
There
won't walk
is
far enough.
sand that is well above the tide line available.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up there and start digging.
Dig away, you digging fool. What is anyone else gonna do?
Does anybody
kinda
want
take-
this dagger?
I'll take it.
Here you go.
You can,
I
never
already
have too
got
many,
one.
you can never have too many knives.
What- Sorry, go ahead.
I'll take a look around. Maybe kind of take some time to scout a bit. Up and down the beach. Maybe see what I can see. See if there's anything that would be more troubling than a talking goat.
What's troubling about a talking goat? I ask you as I also ask you for an investigation check while you were doing that, and dear Tethros is digging a grave. And what are the other 3 of you doing while this is happening?
Yes. I'm still reeling, of course, from the shipwreck, and have a 6 total investigation.
I did see that 6, and we're gonna get to your 6 on investigation in just a minute. Don't worry, Nan. What's Orcanna doing?
Besides befriending this new native of the island, she is kind of looking around to see what's going on around her. So if she sees objects or people or parts of the ship or anything like that around, she would make a note of that.
You are scrounging. Perhaps.
Maybe. I'll
Maybe
just,
you.
I find something, I give something to the goat. I dig around, find some more debris, put, if there's something good, I'll keep it.
You're making friends with the goat in the traditional way of our people by going through a wreckage of a ship. Gosh,
Monday.
Grayforest, Zal, tell me you're up to something less slightly terrifying.
I'm just trying to take in my surroundings. Is there any kind of path or anything?
There is one path at the far side of this cove you all seem to be in that leads up into the cliffs beyond.
And what is it? What's the weather like?
Foggy.
Foggy.
I'm going to give you a spoiler for the rest of this adventure. It could be a lot of the weather.
Is it endless?
It's not gonna stop us from asking about it though.
Fair enough. Not until I get one of those fine new Critical Role playrooms where I can change the weather behind everyone.
It's because of green
so
screen.
sweet.
Actually, you're right. We could digitally incorporate that. We'll be working on that for future seasons. Don't work.
Much
Don't
like
work. Don't
much
worry.
like much like the background of Dave. And if you don't look too closely, mine looks like that too.
Grayforest, so you're just kind of getting a feeling for your surroundings and dealing with the concussion you have.
Kind of wringing out my clothing and trying to dry off.
What's a Zal gonna doll?
Zal will sit down on the sand, and he will reach into his robes, his dirty silk robes, and he'll pull out this crystal sort of medallion that he wears on a leather thong around his neck. It's like his prized possession, and he like holds it up, trying to catch a bit of light refracting through the crystal, and is doing his best to try to find some sunlight.
Is that a sunstone?
This is his it is called his star map.
Nice. But the star map itself is, I forget the name of the actual mineral, but it's ahistorically attributed to Viking sailors who used it to find the sun on days.
Commonly known as Icelandic spark
It's
quartz.
probably
was
something
a-
similar to that, I would say.
I was
But
trying to
instead
remember what
of
it was.
that,
Thank you.
it like projects when light flashes through it, it projects constellations and star
You can
patterns.
You can, by definition,
Nice.
find the sun with that, so you do see where it is and can tell time of day. That's super handy for this adventure. Good call. So to bring this all around, Orcanna and her new animal companion, you essentially find any of your equipment that you didn't have on you at the time. It has all washed up. Not much extra, though, unless you're looking for wet wood, which, maybe dries out later, could be useful. With your 6 investigation, Rehan, it looks like this is a cove, and there's one way in and one way out. There's also some crabs, delightful crabs, and one angry lobster.
Oh, curious little creatures, aren't they?
Yes,
They're fun to watch.
very dangerous.
Oh,
I wouldn't put your toes around them. There appears to be only one way out of here.
Oh, that path right up there, you mean?
No, the water behind us
There's a path right over there.
that leads into the water.
look the other direction.
Yeah, that path.
Is that a lobster?
Should we?
It
should
is.
Should we take? Maybe we could eat those later.
What
Can
are
I-
these strange creatures?
Are they demons, like the one you ran into at one
Yeah.
point?
They do look
Oh.
like that strange demon we fought with the knife.
That was much bigger, though, wasn't it? Gosh, my
I remember it being larger
it's
than
a
this.
bit.
Don't remind me. That was horrible.
Made for a good story, though, didn't it, Zeb?
As they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Absinthe.
Was it
I
good?
love
Was it
absinthe.
It wasn't that big.
Who's got absinthe?
Can I take like some fabric or like a blanket or something and just like scoop up the lobster?
You can capture the lobster. I'm not going to make you roll for lobster catch. Because
Sweet.
it's a lobster. I mean, ain't that hard. If anyone out there who's a lobster fisherman who wants to argue with me, please hit me up on Twitter. Take it there.
All right.
So you got a lobster and all the rest of the supplies. Tethros, you have a grave. It's a shallow grave, to be fair. Did you want to go for the full 6 feet?
I'll go at least 4. It's only sand. It wouldn't take me that long. I'm a big dude.
I'm gonna give it to you because you're a big dude. You eventually are able to dig a deep enough receptacle.
I imagine they're all still. I'm imagining they're still all talking to the goat. So I'm just gonna walk over, grab the captain's body, throw him over my shoulder, walk him over the grave, drop him in, start burying him. Thanks for the ride.
Very honorable of you.
Don't you all
Tethros.
usually say
Yes.
stuff when you do that part?
That was very
Yeah.
kind of you, Tethros.
You could if you knew the man very well.
He gave us a ride. It wasn't that bad.
It
I'm
was
not a
a
holy
He
bait.
did
Good to be
crash.
on land again, though.
He crashed the ship. I mean, there's
Uh,
that.
Well, what'd you do to
Yeah.
stop it, Zal?
Well, he
Well, I'm not the captain, but a good point, my big friend.
Zal, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Why don't you just come here? I'll give him a big
Oh,
hug.
oh my! Oh gosh! Okay,
Sorry, I didn't. I got a little. Nobody helped
that's
me.
it now. That's
who,
good.
Who did he pray to again? Procan.
Some fish guy.
I'll say a few words. I'll say a few words. I'll put his medallion on his chest. Didn't he have
It's
some?
not-
The
symbol of
medallion is
Procan?
gone.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah,
Uh,
medallion's not here. Didn't work
Yes.
very well.
His
Procan,
god
please-
reclaimed it.
Please welcome this boatman into your great hall. He was very kind to us.
And may
Eh.
Celestian
I
guide
I
you
could do better,
to
but my back hurts
the
real
next
real bad.
realm.
Yeah.
Well, I think we wasted enough time on this. Maybe we should go into town.
Hey, goat,
Yeah?
can you take us to town?
No?
Or I got a treat for you if you do it.
I mean, I want the treat.
So take us to town.
You'll be safe.
I don't know where town is.
Listen, goat, I know you're from this island. We're not.
I think
Is it
I,
because of the fogs?
I don't know if we should follow a talking goat into the woods. That's just me.
I've
Also, we just
followed
eat it?
many a talking animal to many a place in the woods
how-
and
how
otherwise,
about
and it's always
we'll
been
a-
quite an
we'll ask-
adventure.
We'll ask him to join us. How about? I think that's probably the wiser decision.
And if he wants to, he will. But that path there looks like the way to go.
It's
Little
rocky.
goat friend, you said maybe you know where people leave food out overnight. Take us to good food overnight place.
If I could find that, do you think I would be on a beach?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Are
Let's
you
go
lost,
ask.
little goats?
Yes.
Aw.
You just come with us. We'll protect you.
That's right. You are part of our group now. You are my very best friend. Come on, little goat. We are going to go find much leftovers.
Orcanna, if you try and eat the goat now, if you befriended it, no, that's really bad luck. I swear I read that somewhere.
I'm not going to eat the goat.
I don't believe you.
I have lobster. And I
Oh,
pulled up a sack of wriggling.
holy moly, where'd you get that?
From the
Lobsters and
beach.
crabs.
No way. Remember that monster we fought? Oh man,
This
I
is smaller.
had like 2 claws of it. I swear it was delicious.
It's possible
that
that the
thing.
lobster knows where town is.
Yeah, did you try talking to the lobster?
No, I hold out the bag in front of all of us.
Let me have a chat, and he'll grab the lobster from you.
Oh no, I
He'll
want to eat
sit
that later.
down with it, and he will
Talking
cast
to lobsters now.
speak with animals.
Now.
Okay. Just for flavor, just for a little bit of gravy on it, if you will.
Mm.
What does it look like when Zal casts Speak with Animals?
Well, he sets the animal down in front of him, and he thinks real hard on it. And he whispers a few words that he can barely remember. But he does. And there's a flash of light about Zal's head, almost like a halo. But not quite as defined. It's just kind of like a dim, or not dim, but like a muted light.
Which still in this environment is noticeable, at least,
Mm.
and really cool. So you do that, and you have cast the spell.
Hello, Mr. Lobster. Sorry to trouble you. We're looking for a town, some civilization, boats.
Boats are the thing you came in on, eh?
Yes, ours it seems to be wrecked.
Saw that.
Yes,
Not good.
yes. Just between you and me, the big green one over there intends to eat you. Oh, there she is, waving. Hello! He'll just kind of wave back to you like he didn't say anything like that.
Can we hear the lobster talking back?
No, I do not believe you can, if I remember the spell correctly.
No.
He's out.
Is there any sort of guidance you could provide on where we might be able to find some lost town
I think he's
or
getting
village?
worse. Is he talking to that lobster?
Town's
Yeah.
the thing where the ships come from, eh?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, we don't go there. They get us into nets, and I hear the bad things happen when you get into nets.
Yes, I can imagine. Could you
We
point
stay up
me-
here at this part of the island. It's quieter,
Yes,
especially now
it
that the
is.
sun done gone away. Don't know why that's happening.
You like that?
No, it's cold.
Yes, it is.
I don't like cold that much.
Well, do you have many friends around here?
Oh yeah, there's the lobster and my buddy the lobster and that
sounds
other
nice.
lobster and lobster. I think I mated with that lobster once. Well, I fertilized her eggs, so I think that may be a mistranslation the way the spell communicates that concept from a lobster to your brain. But you know,
I understand. Talked to many strange creatures in my time. Is there any assistance you can provide, or not?
you go into, you should go back into the water. It's less
It is nice.
it's less bad. There's weird stuff coming off this island.
He's being very helpful. Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
I'd rather he were very tasty.
I appreciate the information you've provided.
Having a full-on conversation. with
Play
someone.
along with me here, okay? And Zal stands up with the lobster and then starts to kind of like shimmy back and forth on his feet. Oh my, he's getting away from me! And then he'll run over to the water and just plop him back into the water. Oh, I don't know what happened. I can't explain it. He turned on me. Did you see that? He turned on me.
Are you okay, Zal?
I think I'll be okay.
All
He
right.
did say
I'm glad
that-
you're safe.
We should follow the trail.
Okay, let's follow the trail. Are
Sorry
you gonna
about
be
that,
okay?
Orcanna.
Are you hurt?
Look at my yes, my finger. Look.
Zal, I'm so sorry.
It's traumatic.
I should not have left you alone with the lobster.
Well,
Inside check.
On,
Please roll that.
on
no
the
need, no
lobster?
need for it. Yeah, he's totally lying to you. Without trying to hide it too well, because that's yeah.
He is
doesn't-
very weak.
I believe him.
I have no reason to lie.
Yes, Zal is a good man. I trust him.
Thank you. Well then,
All right.
I'm a small man. I will carry you.
Shall we go?
Come,
Yes.
goat friend. Let's go find yesterday's food.
Let's
Goat
not
is
talk
right
to
over
the,
there.
Let's not try to talk to the next animal we catch.
I can't promise anything.
We're all going to be vegetarian by the end of this.
I'm not.
Hell.
I will eat whatever I want to eat.
Who is leading up the path? Okay.
I can. I'm like a scout background.
Oh
Do it.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Scout it.
Kinda do your thing.
So we'll just kind of, yeah. I'd like to kind of know the vague marching order because the path is not wide. you know, it seems it will vary between like 5 feet and 8-ish feet, but it clearly is moving through clefts, occasionally picking your way up and through them. So it's just good to know what our order is with Orcanna up front. Who would be next?
Well, the goat.
Goat's fine. Goat don't give a shit.
Yeah, but the goat has to be in the marching order.
I regret the decisions I've made already.
You
Who's
should.
after the goat?
I'll go behind the goat.
Ah,
I'll
brave
bring,
man.
I'll bring up the rear.
So I believe that leaves Tethros with is Zal mounted on Tethros?
I will
Well,
have Zal
in a
on the
sense,
chest.
yes. In a sense.
Oh,
It's
weird.
Hello.
we pass no judgment here. We accept what happens. As you ascend away from the beach, you move up into the fog, which isn't as big of a problem as this path kind of twists and turns its way through these rocks, occasionally topping out where you can see over them, and you just occasionally see large and uninterrupted expanses of fog before the path drops down. Yeah. And it's not the easiest of going, especially for someone who may have a concussion. I imagine Grayforest is there in the middle so that he can't wander off. But the path, after 20 minutes of picking your way up and through here with the wind howling in your ears, because the wind just comes straight through here. But after that, finally, the path begins to widen out. The fog kind of abates a bit so that you can see things. And, well, what the heck? Let's see if I can make this do what I need it to do. If you will all look at Roll20, it should hopefully have pulled you over to a different map. Has that happened?
Oh man.
Indubitably.
It has.
Wonderful. If you wouldn't mind, if you look at I love this map. I apologize that it's grid on grid and it's a little weird, but I just love the look of this. So
I
we all
didn't show
suffer
you how
together.
to fix that.
I tried to do it myself and it went weird, but that's okay. We're just gonna play with it and it's all right. Let's kind of arrange ourselves in a bit of winding character order as we come in from the north of the map, if you will. I'll let everyone move their own icons.
It's like a 2-minute tabletop map right there.
It's delightful.
I love 2-minute tabletop.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what 2-minute tabletop is, but we'll talk about them in a moment. As you come through here, Orcanna hears it first because she's in the lead. You've heard the wind. It's just everywhere. It's abated some as the path has widened, but it still just kind of howls in its own way and obscures up until possibly the last moment another set of noises, a set of moans, very human but at the same time chilling and almost not human, as you come around this bend. And from right over here-ish, around the corner beneath the gaze of what you realize just peeking up out of the fog is an old weathered statue, you hear the noise coming and see the shuffling of underbrush as 5 humanoid figures in the dim light begin to shamble out towards the party. And that is where we'll take a break.
Nice.
So, hey, we're going to take a 10-minute break.
Nice.
Which brings us back at roughly 8:31. Don't worry, we're never punctual, guys. We will have the mics on. They'll be hot. You'll get to hear us talking about whatever we talk about on break. Before we go, though, this is a lot of fun, as you can see. I hope you're already enjoying where this is going to take the party. And if you love it or just love looking at new and interesting things. I believe we're giving away a copy of this module, isn't it, Dave?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We're giving away a copy of the
Yeah.
Isle of Endless Fog, and I just popped the deets in the chat. But go ahead and enter !drawing, and you'll be entered to win. We'll draw at the end of the stream tonight.
What he said, folks, we'll be back. Be good. I think we're ready to go back as we talk about molten aluminum and chaps, which has nothing to do with the Isle of Endless Fog. Unless we get into welding at some point, which, I mean, if you have to build your own boat to escape the island, that's on you.
Or wrangling cows
I am but a lowly
for the
smith.
chaps.
Just like to wear chaps.
I have
That's
more
all happened,
experience with
ladies
welding.
and gentlemen.
Without an ass.
I appreciate everyone who has sat through this
Nothing
banter
underneath.
because it's amazing and it's wonderful. And Chris was in chat a minute ago talking about his Kickstarter is going to have 8 more locations with lore, 56 encounters, 64 maps. I have got to back this Kickstarter because it sounds amazing, and I've kind of fallen in love with the work I'm seeing here. But that's my problem. Y'all have a very different problem. Your problem, of course, is that there seems to be these humanoid forms lumbering out of the mists around this outcropping. They look, well, like the dead, risen, walking towards you and making the very traditional, possibly even stereotypical noises. So I believe at this point, everyone should, 1, click on their token, because that's very important. That will then, 2, be followed by rolling initiative, which should populate it on this turn order. Rayhan has done it, and it's terrifying. Tethros is still doing good. Zeb coming in hot.
How do you click on? How do you get roll initiative from your token?
You need to, please.
You just click on your token with the select move thing on, so that you you can see your token is highlighted for yourself, and then just roll in, and then just hit the initiative button on your character sheet.
Oh.
It's something I forget to do constantly, which is why I was like, I'm gonna stop and make space to talk through this.
Nice.
And
Hey,
that'll do.
We're natural 18 buddies.
Nice.
And I am Dave is, and this is where I'm going to ask for a little bit of insight. Is there what is the command to get this all to go in order?
Just click on the creature you want to move, and then just move it about, so you can just click and drag them down and get.
Oh,
them.
it
No,
doesn't-
but if you click, I think it's you right click.
It's
you
doing
can
it. It's
sort.
just taking its time.
You can. There's a button to sort ascending and descending.
Oh yeah,
Okay, yeah.
click on the cog, this blue cog here.
It did it. It just took its sweet time.
Actually,
Okay.
I did it, but yeah.
Oh, you did it. Never
Yeah,
mind.
but you can click on that button, that cog, and go in and do it. I didn't really know that, so that's great.
Have you been manually ordering them this whole time?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That
You
explains
are,
a lot.
Yeah. Okay, we are on an educational as well as a terror journey here.
All terror journeys are educational.
Speaking of that, hey Rayhan, did you know that there are moans coming out of the mist around the corner? You can barely see the beginning of a strange, pale figure shambling towards you. What are you gonna do about that?
Yeah, I am going to move. I'm gonna move up here. Move up here. And use cunning action to find an advantageous hidden place. Yeah. Wow. I'm still sick. I'm a little green around the gills. And then I will use my normal action to hold action to attack the first one that appears out of the fog next to me.
Possibly even ready in action?
That's what I mean. Yep.
Quite all right. So I imagine it's kind of a duck down into the undergrowth here, the green foliage, if you will.
Mm.
Is
Is this brush, or are these like trees?
that down at this level? It's kind of brush. It's that level of kind of scraggly to new growth. It's about up to
Okay.
gets up to here.
Yeah, I'll duck down. I put my veil on.
The murder veil is on.
The murder veil, yeah.
It's serious business time. And what was the trigger for your ready to action? Just so I'm aware.
One of these motherfuckers shambling in front of me.
So it is. Orcanna.
Let's see. I would like to pull out my battle axe, and then I'm going to pick up the goat and put the goat over my other shoulder that the wolf's head. So I've got a goat and a wolf, and they go, "Just stay here, little friend." And I let's see. I'm gonna go to the opposite side here, and I'm gonna wait for the onslaught.
Creating what's
ready?
called a fatal funnel.
Can I rage and not attack? Like I've never played a barbarian before.
Oh,
You have to take
well,
damage or attack.
well,
Yeah, at that first. So I'm gonna wait to rage. Yes. I'm gonna hide in the bushes, maybe. I don't know.
I feel like you might just be standing there.
No, that's fine too. You'll
Okay.
come at me. I'll
You-
I'll intimidate, maybe.
Do you want to try and intimidate the Walking Dead?
Yeah. You
Roll-
probably looked worse when you were alive.
Probably.
Please roll
Probably.
intimidation for me, just to warm the cockles of my heart.
Do I have any bits? I'm gonna give you bits right now.
Here's my
Now,
intimidate,
now
man.
they're going to be coming this way.
First of all, please take an inspiration for that.
Oh yes.
Second of all, you are pretty sure after this that they cannot be swayed by the words of the living because they don't seem to react at all. No one's going to point out the fact that it didn't look very intimidating to you at the moment. So, that has happened. Grayforest.
Perhaps if you turned the goat around the other way, it would be more intimidating.
Let's aim his tail. Like, fart,
Pew,
friend,
pew.
fart.
Pew pew.
I'm going to turn around to Tethros, and I'm just going to say, Tethros, you are a giant among ants. And I'll cast Bardic Inspiration on him.
Nice.
And
Which I
I'll
believe
say,
means, what does Bardic Inspiration do for the folks at home?
Oh, so that will give him... Sorry, I'll print it up.
E6?
1d6 towards... Oh boy.
A D20 roll. Attack roll.
An
Saving
attack
throw,
roll
skill
or a
check.
saving throw?
Oh, not a skill check.
No. Oh, one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. Not a... Yeah.
Nope, makes sense. And how are you going to do that?
He just said that.
Okay,
I just said.
you looked like you were about to say something. I apologize.
No, and then I was also... That's my bonus action, I believe. Yeah. And as my action, I will... Let me just check this real quick. Yeah, I'll cast Healing Word on myself.
Isn't Healing Word a bonus action as well?
It is. Sorry, I'm new at this.
Hey,
I
it's
will
okay.
Just,
We're not used to having healing in some of our Wednesday groups.
I will move over here and take the dodge action.
Nice.
Seems dodgy. I like it. Tethros,
Is it my turn now?
it is your turn.
Oh, weird. The turn order isn't moving. Never mind.
Because
Okay.
he's not making it happen that way.
I'm just counting
Oh.
down. Sorry.
No worries, no worries. I was watching. I was confused. That's all. So looking over at my good friend Grayforest, I will smile, pull the warhammer off my hip.
Whoa, you're muted, buddy.
I forget that I have to make sure I'm on the Zoom call to hit my push to talk. So I moved 30 feet forward
Mm-hmm.
with my warhammer that I just pulled from my hip.
Oh my!
I will look around in the fog. Oh yeah, I'm pulling you all along.
Is
with
he
me.
still? Are you still carrying?
I'm
the
sitting
druid?
on
Yeah,
the. I'm
Zal
sitting on
is
the
sitting
trunk.
on the chest.
Put the druid down.
The chest.
At this point, I've moved 30 feet. I've pulled my warhammer. I'll shrug the chest off, so the chest will crash onto the ground.
Nice.
Install will
I'll-
go crackle and land on
Do you
top
have
of
those
it.
on like hitch knots, so you can just pull the tail end of the hitch knot and it just comes off?
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. I think that
Nice.
sounds good. Yeah, I think that's gonna
Yeah.
be how it's gonna be.
Like a dwarf's hitch, I think is what they call
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Because I was raised by a dwarven mother.
Every time you tie
Um,
it, you have to say that'll hold.
Yep. Okay. Good to
We're
know.
learning all sorts of cultural moments here, folks.
At this point, you
Merida.
know, I think this is as much as I can do this turn without diving into a bunch of extra stuff. So that's my turn.
That's it. All right.
Nice.
Zal, you've been a little crumbled.
He'll use half his movement to stand back up slowly, and as he does, he'll say, "Oh, my back," and then he'll look over. Oh, and he'll whispers something underneath his breath, muttering, and then he is going to cast Fairy Fire. Basically, he's going to be able to get all 5 of them. They need to make a dexterity saving throw.
They're so good at that.
They are just the best at the dex saving throws.
And that is versus a 13 DC save.
For the record, they are rolling on this die. It's just one of my favorites. Ooh, there we go. Put it in front of my face. Maybe.
Mm.
It's one of my
Beautiful.
favorite from. Oh my gosh, I'm bad at this. It's a wonderful metal. It rolled a 5.
So they fail.
They definitely failed by the time that it factors into a 4.
They are now covered outlined in a violet light for the duration, and any attack roll against them has advantage as long as the attacker can see them. And he'll just kind of put his hand on the back of Tethros. Well, there they are. Go get them.
That's
And that's
that
my
is
turn.
Very accurate. It's a good turn. Whoa, a field of purple. has appeared.
Violet, I can't get that out of there. I can't figure out how to get it out of there.
I'm working on it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I was trying to figure out something too without looking too
It's a
imperspicacious.
20-foot cube is essentially what it encompasses. So anything
I
within
just
that
wanted-
20-foot cube.
Nice.
Just do you think that also just to ask while I'm marking these up, do you think that also includes like the wildlife, the flora and the fauna, or just like the macro things like the figures?
It's everything. It's everything inside the cube is outlined.
So
The
in
bushes.
that little covey there, if you will, it's Pandora, ladies and gentlemen. It just looks like someone spent a lot of money on post-production effects. It's very gorgeous.
Oh, it's so
Meanwhile-
pretty.
I'm the king of the world.
You are, in fact, the king of the world. You're not the king of the world. What on
20-foot
earth are you
cube.
talking about? All right. Well, let's see. Shockingly, these guys just kind of lumber forward, moaning, groaning, and altogether just generally making the noises a
I used my
clumsy bird
reaction.
would.
I stabbed that guy.
And I was gonna check with you on that. Please, why don't you stab that guy?
Am
Oh, yeah,
I
'cause you
hidden
had a
from him?
Ready to action?
She did have a ready action. It was to be triggered when something comes within melee range.
Hell
That
yeah.
has happened.
Am I
And,
hidden from him?
You are. Their
Nice.
passive perception is maybe a shock to everyone. Their passive perception's junk.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Not so good.
That's what happens when half of your eyes are rotted out.
Very true.
From the bush where I am crouching, through the fog, you see a blue sort of sword energy weapon materialize and slash upwards through this thing, attempting to eviscerate the fuck out of it.
The fuck out of it.
Yeah, I'll have to.
That's the D&D term.
Yeah, does a 10 hit the zombie?
I hate to tell you this, my friend,
Yeah,
but it does.
it does.
It does
Nice. So it will take 9 damage, and then I'll have to roll my 2d6 sneak attack damage as well, because I
Oh
don't
no,
have that.
sneak attack damage.
I don't have that auto set up. So 17.
So that was it, 17 points of. Now, here's a question that I just don't know. Is the sneak attack damage of the same type as the damage that caused it? So in this case, is that 17 points of psychic damage?
That's I would think so. as a dungeon master, I would think so.
I did as well.
Let me
Just wanted to check.
peruse what it says here.
You know what? We're not going to bog it down right now. We're going to say yes to 17 psychic right now, and we can look it up in a little bit as we need to. The important part is you just pop up, stab with your soul knife, if you will.
Yeah, it's just extra damage, so it's whatever damage it originated from.
Soul knives are horrifying.
Yeah.
The important part is that's 17 points. You just shove in, and you do in fact see for a moment its rib cage and its mouth and what's left of its eyes are eliminated for a split second by the damage. And it kind of makes an exhalation noise that in a living thing might be pain. But it keeps coming.
As the strike happens as well, there is a small sensory effect, 2 sensory effects. There's flower petals and the scent of the lotus.
That's
Ooh.
fucking amazing.
And then the knife disappears, or the sword, the blade disappears.
That's
cool.
kind of amazing, and I love it. All right.
That was my reaction.
It was a fine reaction, my friend. Sorry, trying to shuffle through 6 windows, as is my way. Tethros, dear Tethros.
Bring it on.
What is your armor class?
17.
Let's see how this goes. We're gonna go with
I'm not worried about a thing.
Walking Dead 1.
They're little.
As they reach out with their clawed hands. They are not fisties. They have claws now, as if the flesh had eroded from the tips of their fingers,
Oh.
but also the bones had lengthened and sharpened. The first one does nothing. The second one is a 19 and does hit you for 5 points of slashing damage, and also it has grappled you. So you have the big G, which that doesn't give me advantage to hit you again, does it?
Does not.
No.
No.
Okay. It's grappled. It's always weird. The third one is going to come at you with them claws. Them claws. It's going to miss again. Number 4, do any better? Still not doing shit. And the
He's
last
being-
guy.
Sorry to interrupt. Are these being rolled with disadvantage for fairy fire?
Oh, they
No,
don't have disadvantage.
They don't
to
have
attack.
disadvantage. There's
Oh.
advantage to attack
Oh,
them.
attack them. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all right.
That would be boss if so, and I hope someone on the internet has heard that and is making a version of fairy fire that's even
Reverse
better.
fairy fire, it's called.
I
Very
got it mixed
popular
up with
amongst
Vicious
the
Mockery.
youth.
Reverse fairy fire. The important point is these enhanced walking corpses, these well-produced and highly cleaned up effects upon them don't do much, as only one of them manages to find purchase on you and kind of pull you towards it and seeks to hold you in place, which
That's gross.
seems to have you excited. But your excitement will have to wait, my friend, because it's Rayhan's turn.
Oh, wow, sweet. Fuck yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I am. Thanks to this is what I love about fairy fire. I get advantage.
Yes, you do.
And I am going to attempt to relieve this zombie or this undead creature of its head with my mystical blade. I didn't roll great damage, but a 25 to hit. For sure.
Let me check the master documentation here. Yes, it turns out a 25, my friend, will hit. Who knew? And is that your total damage, or is that
That's my total damage. Because you will see that now I have created Sneaky Soul Blade.
You did. You're right.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Do you kind of come up? You still come up again, or you come down?
No, this is a slash across. So I came up with like a rising strike before. Now I'm just. I kind of. It's almost like a hand. Like I'm almost chopping with my hand, and then instead of like the art for the soul knife, where it's like a Psyblade, the Marvel character kind of knife, I actually form like a psychic weapon. So I'm actually holding a psychic energy, like another killage.
Oh, a psi scimitar, perhaps a scimitar,
Yes.
came up at one point during certain runs of the Cable Marvel series. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm that nerd. The important part is you slash through, and I don't know if anyone has seen this that often, or anyone nearby has. It's fascinating because the blade strikes and it doesn't rip the flesh, but there's this searing light that happens beneath the flesh as it passes through. And it clearly seems to pain the undead as much as an undead can feel pain, if you will, but it does not fall. It also does not look angry, luckily for you.
Well, perhaps it would enjoy receiving another one, because I will use my bonus action to attack with a lesser sized blade of the same sort, but still with advantage, but not a sneak attack, because I can only do that once a turn.
Otherwise, 2 weapon fighting rogues would be broke as hell.
But that's a natural fucking 20! Womp, 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 womp.
Yeah! Woo!
Nice.
You come in with the offhand, like you swivel as it's like you come through the strike. You stop. You realize it's not stopping, and you kind of reverse momentum and kind of spring back with your hips, bringing the other hand back, which forms another side blade, and you just drive it right into the thing's forehead. And there's this burst of blue light from all of the various orifices and places in its head, including a few new ones, because it apparently did not die pleasantly.
Nice.
And smoke rises for a second, and the body collapses as it be dead.
Huzzah. And now I will step over here.
Yes, gonna hide behind the druid. Don't worry, he's got you. Orcanna.
Yes.
Is it that time?
It is. I would like to rage.
Yeah.
All hail the rage.
In fact,
The
when I go into this rage, I shout out, "For the ancestors!" And I am going to go forward and attack this dude. And let me click my rage box. There's a
Click the rage box.
So what do your spectral ancestors, what do the veritable ghosts of your ancestors that you summon to assist you look like?
It is a green ghostly silhouette of multiple orcs who are in a battle party with their own axes. And their spectral forms appear at my sides, and we all attack together. And when I do this, while I am raging, the first creature I hit with an attack on my turn becomes the target of the warriors, which hinders its attacks. Until the start of my next turn, that target has a disadvantage on any attack rolls that aren't against you. And when the target attacks a creature other than you with an attack, that creature has resistance to damage dealt by the attack. So I got you guys.
Hell yeah.
I have so many emotions about this, and
That's
I will
cool.
get to them later in the stream. Please continue, though. Ashley,
Wow.
know that I am happy.
Oh, good. All right. I marked down. I cast 1 rage.
Hands down, the best subclass in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons.
Nope, the best subclass in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons is me.
And
Okay.
so with my my battle hacks with 2 hands, I am going to attack. Oh, but I have advantage, right? So
You do.
should I roll twice? Okay.
Let's roll twice to see if you get the crit. We'll take the first damage.
Okay.
There it is.
And there it fucking is.
But she has to roll
Oh.
extra damage though because it is
What?
a crit.
Well, it did. It
Wow.
rolled for it.
It did.
Oh well, you
Oh.
did it. Okay.
If you take the first damage, he was saying.
Right.
Yeah, we're taking that second damage
There you
because
go.
wow, you crit.
Nice.
me.
Hell
That's
yeah.
High five.
That is amazing. So you roar as you go into a rage. You run forward. The spirits of your ancestors run with you, visibly as opposed to metaphorically, as it is with most people. And you go forward and you just bring the axe down in this vicious overhead strike, and it goes into the sweet spot right here where the shoulder meets the neck, and then keeps going to about the middle of the chest. And it's not dead yet, or dead yet again, but it's just the it doesn't like that, and it is quite wounded. Well done. Anything else for
Good.
your turn, Orcanna?
I think that is all I can do because I moved, I raged, which was my bonus action, and I attacked.
You did. Amazingly. Wonderful. Hey, Grayforest. It's
Ugh.
kicking off over here, buddy.
All right. I'm gonna run up. And can I see everything from here?
You can. The convenience of the battle mat format is that the fog, it pulls back a little bit, and what you can see through the fog is the map.
Nice.
So I'm going to hold on one second. I'm going to take one look at this guy here and Toll the Dead.
He has to make a save, I believe, yes?
Yeah.
It is a wisdom save?
Wisdom save.
Well, bad news. He finally rolled well and rolled an 18.
Oh, damn it. All right.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Okay. So that was that. That was my action. I'm gonna turn to Rayhan and say, "You're doing great. Keep doing it." Cast Bardic Inspiration. And that's my turn.
That was still a good turn. Still a good turn. Tethros, you are surrounded by the Walking Dead.
Does one of them still have me grappled?
Yes, it is the one directly in front of you, actually.
Righteous. So start of my turn. 4 of them have swung at me, or 5 of them have swung at me. 1 of them hit. Which one hit me?
The one in front of you, actually. That
the one
grappled
that,
you.
the one that grappled me. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, we lost you again, buddy. We can't hear you.
So
We lost
while I'm yep, sorry about that. So while I'm being held by this small creature at my waist, I'm gonna look down at it. I'm gonna look back at my friends for a brief second as I'm pulling the second warhammer from my waist. And then my first action will be to the one that's holding me. I'll just hammer it into the ground like a nail.
Just drive that stake in, baby.
I'm gonna play this guy like I'm a one-headed drummer and I'm in fucking Death Leopard.
Oh. Oh, we can't hear you, buddy.
Nice.
That'll be a 17 for 12 damage.
That is a 17 for 12 damage. You begin
Um,
the process of driving him downward, but he is not all the way into the ground.
As a bonus action,
It's a bonus action.
is it a bonus action or a free action
Two.
to use my offhand?
It is a bonus action.
Bonus action. I'm going to hit him with the other hammer.
I've got 2 hammers, one for
One
each,
for
of,
each
you.
of you.
Ooh.
Good news.
That
A
might still hit.
9 still hits. You're still also muted again, my friend.
Do
Wow.
I get advantage on all these swings because of fairy fire? I just
You
wanted
do
to double check.
technically.
You
You're
do.
right.
So
Oh,
I
hey,
forgot
yeah.
about that until just now.
So we're gonna say both of those rolls we just did are your first attack. Now we'll do the
Righteous.
second one.
So I'm going to do the second one.
Oh, that was so close.
I was waiting for that third crit already. I
It
was
looked
waiting
like
for
it.
it.
I was
Oh.
thirsty for it.
That you still
So-
hit. You still continue the process of driving this stake, this snaky stake, if you will. I don't really think it's a snake, but that's just where my brain went. Down, but it is still not into the ground.
So
It is.
man, I'm kind of thirsty. So I'm gonna use action surge
There's the
Yes.
fighter.
There it is.
There's
Super.
the fighter.
super early in this fight.
Yeah, you're really thirsty. Hannah,
Yeah.
blame you.
I'm gonna send him home. I'm
So
gonna
that's
send
all.
him.
Yeah,
I'm
get
gonna
it.
send him. I'm gonna send
You-
him to God.
You are the country road, and you're gonna take him home.
That's right.
a 13 for 9 more damage.
Still hits. Still, and he is on his knees. Its
Did he let
flesh
go of me at
and
least?
bones are broken. No, it doesn't somehow. It is still like arms vaguely distended around your waist, on its knees. You are suddenly realizing that you're very glad your armor includes something for, thigh protection, because you may be about to have a bad day.
You do realize, though, that one of the arms that is gripping you is dislocated.
Yeah. But it also doesn't
So-
seem to care.
No,
As
it
soon as I
doesn't.
hit it with the third hit, I'll just I'll hold my hand out and I'll set it down on the skull of this creature, and I'll smile back at my friends and I'll be like, "They're pretty resilient."
All statements of truth. Have you anything else, my friend?
That's it. That's my turn.
Hey, Zal. How are y'all?
It's all good, man. Zal just is giddy. All right, we're doing it! We're doing it! Yes! Yes! And he reaches into his robes again and holds on to his crystal, and he focuses for a minute. And as a bonus action, his body explodes with luminescent light, shining in this mist all around, radiating from his body. And anyone who's notices this, which should be everybody, sees this outline of this dragon star form that's kind of splayed across his body. And he then turns with the crystal in hand, and he casts. He's going to cast Guiding Bolt, but I'm going to use my Meta Magic Adept to fire off 2 of these bolts. One at the creature that is currently, grasping onto my friend, and one of the other ones in front of him. So I will fire off 2 Guiding Bolts. First one. Hey, thanks for the raid.
Hello.
Lord Gazumba's clan is
Yeah,
here.
we got
Thanks,
raided
by
everybody.
Gazumba.
Oh no. Those of old
let's see.
Gazumba have come to wage war. We shall fight you with guiding bolts, it sounds like. we've
Thanks
got
for the
going on.
follows, everybody. We got Guiding Bolts flying here. Did it roll it? Here we go.
It has not rolled it yet.
Well,
Maybe.
hell.
Well,
hell.
Hey, my friend,
So the first one is going to be a 12 to hit.
Well, you do have advantage
Oh, that's
on
right.
account of that fairy fire somebody threw up.
That's right. I certainly do. So let's try it again.
Fairy fire.
So that's going to be a 19 for 4d6 radiant damage.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely hit.
Good deal.
It's going to be 10 radiant on the first one that's grappling Tethros.
And that's radiant. And quite literally, the first guiding bolt just shoots. Given the angle, I will take a little bit of poetry and say it probably shoots under Tethros's legs just because of the angles
Just barely
involved.
missed, yeah.
Just barely missed as this light
Big
explodes
boy.
from in front of your legs, Tethros.
Shaved his unders.
And
And
the
then
light
second
impacts
one.
his chest and just explodes it outwards, and
Yes.
that one is destroyed.
And then I will fire the second of the two. I should roll that with initiative or with advantage. So 15 or that's a natural 20.
Bring it.
So holy shit, that's going to be how do we do that? Is that double dice?
That's double dice, so that's 8.
So 8d6. So here's the first and here's the second.
Wow.
It's going to be a total of 28 points of radiant damage on the second one.
And
And Zal is just like screaming like, just light flying everywhere. Just
I
please,
haven't felt this alive in years.
oh my God. Yes.
please choose on the map which of the ones you targeted.
I will say this one here.
Wonderful. Also explodes in a burst of fiery light and Icarus
Yes!
innards.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
You
And
are.
That is
in
the
fact
end of
doing
my
it.
turn. That luminescence, by the way, lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah, woo.
On them or on you?
On me, I'm lumin. So like,
Oh, nice.
there's this star chart basically that's across his body in the form of a dragon, and he just shoots out luminescent light all
That's
around.
awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty rad.
That's part of your stars, circle of
Circle of
stars.
stars. Circle of
That's fucking
stars.
rad.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
fucking rad.
There's a lot of awesome happening. There's a lot of awesome happening everywhere. Here's the awesome that's going to happen here. The two undead are going to move and act. The first one, who is being harried by the ghosts of, I wanted to say Christmas Past, but it's more like Orcmas Past.
Orcmas past.
Ghosts
Oh,
of
not
Orcmas.
Orcmas.
Oh,
my
Merry,
favorite.
Merry Orcsmas, everyone, as it chooses to attack you because that suits it fine.
Oh, yes.
What's your armor class, dear sweet Orcanna?
It is only 14.
Only 14. I have news for you. I'm not sure if it's good news or it's bad news. You take oh gosh, there's a die. Oh hey, look at that die. You came up of
But
that number.
I am raging. Okay.
So the 4 slashing damage as it claws you with its bony talons is reduced to 2, and you are also grappled as it throws itself at you and just kind of leaps on you and is like vaguely, like now not really attached, but it's definitely being far more close than you're comfortable with, than anyone really would be in this point. Yeah. it's
Have
not
you heard
great.
about personal space?
Meanwhile, the one that's on Tethros, dear Tethros, also hits, and does a super magical 6 points of slashing damage, and is also latched onto your leg and grappling you.
How rude.
Do you have a question?
I have an answer.
Can my goat like bite this thing? Now that it's on my shoulder and I'm being grappled, but like, does it get a
Wait,
turn?
your goat? That is
One.
very presumptuous.
Gray
While
is
I'm
its
holding
own
the
being.
goat, it's my goat.
Gray is its own being, and 2,
Greg?
you Gray.
Oh,
Like the color.
wait.
Two.
Greg.
Unfortunately, at this juncture, Gray does not provide you any system benefits. So, alas, at the moment, no. But keep working on that. We'll see what we can come up with.
I am holding a live goat.
Well, the live goat is more like
Yeah.
scrambling on your back now and trying to figure out what the hell to do. Rayhan, this is a mess. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, I say, Tethros, my dear, up, and I run and jump up onto his back and then leap down upon this undead dude.
Please, if you would, to humor me, provide me an acrobatics check.
Yep.
Ooh.
10.
You rolled a 2, didn't you?
Yep.
Yep.
You rolled a
It's still
2
it's still a 10.
and got a 10.
That's not bad.
Bless you. If you didn't already have advantage for Fairy Fire, I would have given you advantage for that.
More advantage.
More advantage. In fact, take an inspiration for that because
Oh, I
that
will.
inspired me. I like what happened there. And please continue your turn of attacking.
Yeah, I come down upon this thing like a gentle petal from the heavens. I mean hang on. A gentle petal that would cut one in half.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Thank you.
Razor sharp
Thank you for,
petal.
Razor
thank you
sharp.
for
Razor
clarifying.
sharp, gentle petal.
Yeah. Thanks for the clarification.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
How many of those are we gonna roll tonight, folks?
Soul
How
blade.
many? What?
Look at how much damage I just did to it.
Quite a bit, I think.
Yeah.
Somebody add that up. Somebody in the chat, add that up, please.
Oh no, that's 34 points of damage. I
Whoa.
did it immediately.
Oh!
I
Woo!
Chad, given the circumstances, given everything that's just
Wow.
happened, will put to you what has now become the credo, the way of our people, as I recite to you the ancient words. How would you like to do this?
Yeah. I run up, I maybe like push a little bit off of Zal and then
Oh my! Oh.
take a leap and then probably like one hand to pull up across Tethros's back, which is enough to get like feet planted on his shoulders, and then I just kind of leap up and over. And this is the guy that's biting on him onto his thigh, so he's probably a little stretched out, and I just come down on top of him, like feet onto his back, and Psy Blade just materializing through his skull.
Hell yeah!
Again, that explosion of light through the skull and the skin as all is illuminated for a minute, almost like the special effects of Lopan from that great hit, Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, great movie.
As I kind of land on its back, obviously maintaining perfect balance. I look at everybody. I look at this one other remaining fucking undead dude, and I just kind of whip my hand and the blade out. The blade disappears. A shower of petals happens. It's like a fucking fighting game in this bitch.
Up in here.
You're not wrong. Fuck it.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a bonus action to stab that one.
Oh yeah, it's just like, and also stab.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab this other one. Let's see, can I do it again? Nope.
No,
I
you
love
only
it.
do 6
No.
damage.
That's
Oh
it?
no,
Yeah,
the
you know,
worst.
yeah.
Oh well.
I love that on Roll20 it calls it Soul Blade, but smaller.
I called it that. I had to create
Okay.
it. Yeah, because my offhand one only does D4 damage instead of D6 damage.
I am amused.
We We produce
You're
quality
welcome.
content with that right there. Oh, okay. Orcanna, there's
Yes.
been, and I say this in only the most beautiful ways. There has been some damn anime shit that just happened in front of you. But there's still one guy, and he's
Yeah.
trying real hard to get in your skull. What are you gonna do about that?
Oh, I am going to swing my axe at him and just go for it. Double-handed battle axe. And that is gonna be with advantage. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Double
okay, that
double
was that
dirties.
is dirty 20s.
Oh yeah,
Still the double dirty.
it's pretty
Yep.
dirty.
Hell
Four.
yeah.
11 slashing.
They see me
Yeah, how do you-
rolling, double dirty.
Paint me a word picture of how you make that happen. We like with him attached, because you hit, and it. Well, let me check one thing. It dead. How does that happen? Perhaps.
All
to
right.
say, how do you want to do that?
Yeah. So remember last turn, I just wailed my battle axe into his chest cavity, through the neck region. I pull my battle axe out and I swing for an undercut, and I basically cut an angled chunk out of his body.
Back in the day, they called it an
Oh.
Unterhau. And
Hell
again, you
yes.
have perfect. Your character, Orcanna, I believe, has probably never had formal training, but there's only so many effective ways to hit and kill a man easy, and you have them down. As you just, yeah, there go. You take that beautiful undercut. You hear the snapping of rib cage, and then the arm and just the whole part of that chest just kind of fall off to one side. No blood, just kind of a turgid ichor, if you will. I got to use the word turgid. And then it just.
Ugh, these aren't even good for eating.
No shit, says the goat, still somehow perched on you, because it's a goat, and if they can stand on a mountain wall, they can stand on a barbarian's shoulder.
I figure he's kind of like belly laid with his little goat legs sticking out on either side, but
There's a bunch of weird. He's managed to keep his footing. Bless that little goat. And with that, silence once more fills the day. You hope it's day. It doesn't seem that dark yet, but in this fog, who can tell? What do you now?
And he just
Whoa.
he releases the luminescence and passes out on the ground, just collapses.
I will catch him.
Zeb's gonna run up and say, "I'm fixing to shut off the lights."
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You guys, you killed them all already.
Yep. It was all in Orcanna
Man, good
and
job.
the
Good
small,
job, everybody.
the small devil woman.
I am impressed. That's
I think by
Ooh.
the smell of them that they had been dead for some time.
they
Goodness.
don't stand a chance against us. I would
Say that again. Small devil woman.
What happened to Zal?
What
Zal.
Okay.
It's okay. You're okay, my
old
little
and
friend.
tired.
what happened?
I
Dude.
think
Nuttier than a squirrel.
I think
turd,
he
tell you
oh
that
my
I
right
think
now.
he as you say in your language blew his celestial wad.
Listen,
That's all I gotta say, though. I gotta say, that was spectacular.
that was pretty awesome.
We did it. I'm tired.
I put down the goat.
Don't hurt yourself now.
Thank you.
Oh, boy.
My friends, we are
I'll
these.
take a look at these people or these bodies, these corpses, these double corpses. I'll take a look at these double corpses.
You're looking at the multi-corpses.
Corpses twice over.
Orcanna, are you doing anything but putting down Gray?
I'm putting down the goat, and then I'll go over to one of the ghouls, and I'll wipe my blade off on whatever's left of their accoutrement, and just look at them.
Okay.
See what it is.
What is a Zal gonna do?
Oh, I got to sit down. Just a minute.
Take a minute,
Tethros,
that's fine.
Tethros, help me.
It's
Help me.
okay, my friend. It's okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, just rest.
Um,
You did good.
and what is Elzeb doing?
I'd like to inspect the bodies as well.
All right, so you two who are body investigating, if you will, corpse instigating, if you will,
Bodstigating.
bodstigating. Please, roll. We'll go with Bearception here.
Hmm. Oops.
Oh, sorry, I'm still on in. I'm gonna go back. Just take the
Would,
first roll.
would we get advantage on it if they still had Fairy Fire cast on them?
Fairy
I got
Fire's
lazy
gone.
and I was
Ah,
like, I'm
damn
just
it.
gonna
Okay,
click
Fairy
it to
Fire's
advantage.
gone.
Yeah. So the concentration of Zal on Fairy Fire and the luminescence of the starry form is gone.
All right, we're gonna count ourselves through some descriptors and results here. Rayhan and Zeb, looking them over. Obviously, the Walking Dead. They are corpses. They have the pallor. Now that whatever force that was animating them is gone, they are stiff as a board. You notice that they all look kind of emaciated. Like if you didn't know better, and you may not actually, they might have died of starvation. Orcanna, you detect all these things. The other thing you kind of notice putting together is the clothing they're wearing is all similar material, well made. These, your tribe has raided many towns in its time, and not just military outposts and whatnot. So you have a feel for the quality of an individual based on their clothing. These people were all relatively well-to-do. You take just from the quality of the clothing and get the cut of it, and the fact that it was still in relatively good condition.
Oh, these were rich ghouls. And do they have anything left on their, like in their pockets or anything like that? Or are they wearing rags at this point?
I'm checking one thing for you. That's it. Well, they each have an enormous gem on them that looks like a grinning crystal skull that seems to screech into your mind horrors unseen. Nope, kidding. Never mind.
I'm leaving that one.
You do find some coin on them, totaling up to 5 silver pieces and 7 copper.
Okay.
They seem to have died of starvation, perhaps. Such things do not happen among my people.
Yeah, this is very peculiar.
Do you think they starved as ghouls or they starved as people and then turned into ghouls?
It's hard to say. They are pretty decomposed.
One of them grabbed onto me.
Do you want to talk about it?
You all right, Tethros?
I feel fine. They're very small.
I'm a bit peckish myself. I don't want to end
You're-
up like them.
That's all.
Yeah.
I'm
I
hungry.
could make you a sandwich.
Well, that would be great. Where does the path lead? Do we need to make camp? It's so dark here. Oh my! Oh my!
It is not comfortable. Orcanna, can I see your goat,
No.
It's so foggy. The birds.
please?
You ask him.
This fog is quite thick.
Little goat.
And I turn to the goat and I'm like, he sounds suspicious.
He's hungry.
He's hungry.
Little goat. My friend Saul is hungry.
All right, I got some rations I can give him. Let's
Come
keep moving.
here.
Let's keep moving on this trail.
Nope.
No.
This is how you say sus.
Agreed.
Come with me, little friend.
Yeah.
I like.
And
I
before-
start
Go-
walking a little bit.
Go real quick before you do Zal, because this may impact what Zal does.
Man.
Goat goes. He's a druid. He can make his own damn food. And
That goat way.
Yeah.
Look at Zal. Zal, can you make food?
Well, I mean, I've done it before, of course, but today, no.
I'm hungry too.
I don't have, I haven't studied and channeled the energy to be able to do. I'm interested in exploring that statue. If Tethros, if you wouldn't mind helping me, lift me up a
of
bit,
course.
thank you.
Throw him up. Just throw him up.
No,
there.
no, don't
I'll-
throw me.
I'll grab-
Just lift me a little bit.
I'll
I'm
grab
very
him
fragile.
in my arms like a little baby, and I'll hold
Oh,
him up
thank
like
you.
I'm Rafiki holding up Simba.
You know, you are.
Oh, way off.
Oh, this is
Do
very
you see
nice.
Do
I
you
like
see it?
this. Okay, lift
you
me a
can
little
see your
bit
house
higher.
from here.
So Zal is going to try to get up on that ledge and investigate this statue.
Given the scenario and given what you've said about Zal, it seems like there may be a possibility of failure. So would you mind rolling me an athletics check with advantage just to be safe?
I will do said advantage. Athletics. How does that work? What do? You do this. Oh yeah,
Press button.
not good at this whatsoever.
But
What?
What did I roll? What did I do? Was it good?
It was a 19.
you crit technically, which
I-
gives you a
Natural
19.
I got a natural
Wow.
20 for a 19 because I do have a -1 strength.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Oh, I did it! I'm okay.
You do. You
I'm
scramble
okay.
up. This statue stands
Still spry.
before you, twice your height. It is that of a fully armored figure, clearly a knightly figure,
Oh.
standing, looking down at the path with his blade before him, point down, and a shield resting next to it against his leg. It's old. The statue has weathered, has been here for some time. There may be an inscription on the blade or on the shield. You'd have to look. But it's full face mask and and the armor, so you can't make out any facial
What-
features.
What is this? Oh, what does it say here?
Do you recognize it's all?
I can toss you up there if you want.
No, I'm already up here. No need to toss me again. Yeah, he'll take a look at the inscription to see if he knows what it is.
It itself has been very weathered. On the shield, you can only make out a few of the words there. They are in common, which my assumption is your character speaks and reads common.
Let me double check that. Yes.
Figured. It's definitely king, safety, great ARD.
Oh.
And the blade is unfortunately completely undecipherable.
I'm going to make an assumption with Zal's background in the area that he comes from that he certainly knows Erdi. He knows what that is. And he will communicate to his friends. The Great Kingdom. Yes. Well, we are in a good place. Despite the current conditions, my friends. We should keep traveling about. We will find friends. It is foretold. Yes. Tethros, help me down now, please.
Well, do you want to walk?
Not really.
I will put you on my shoulders then.
That's nice.
Little goat friend, have you seen creatures like this before?
Yeah.
Many?
Yeah.
Are there any creatures not like these creatures left?
Yeah.
Are they also horrible?
Some.
Fair.
Touche.
Oh, that was fascinating.
That guy just said check and mate.
I think this blaze has gone through the shitter.
Yeah. Why do you think I was on the beach?
It's nice at the beach. Everybody likes beach vacation.
Yes, good. When was the last time you saw people like us?
The goat pointedly just surveys the group, then surveys the 5 corpses and goes, I have never seen people like you.
Aw, you're so sweet.
Yeah,
Thanks,
we
goat
stick out
friend.
a little bit. We're a bit unique. What should we keep moving? Do you think we should keep following this trail?
I think that is a good idea.
Is that what y'all gonna do?
Yeah, let's keep moving.
All right. The good news is just kind of around this bend, the rocks die down finally, and you come out onto what you think is rolling hills. It certainly seems that there is cleared land before you, almost a hilly brush, if you will. But you can only see maybe 100 or 200 feet in the snow. In the snow. It's snowing now. No, in the fog. So distance kind of becomes a little meaningless, and you're not sure what else is out there.
Does we're able to see this path continues on though?
The path dies out.
Oh shit.
Should we rest here then? I am very tired.
Perhaps Orcanna can find a way forward.
I don't know. Can I?
You said, you said you were like a scout.
I am.
I
very
am.
good.
I had military background, soldier, and then I picked scout as my rank. But it doesn't necessarily say I get like a skill check.
That would be a survival check at that point.
Oh, okay. Sure. I will happily do a survival check. If you would like.
If that is how you would like to move forward, most definitely. If you wish to find the way, you roll the survival.
Okay. I will see if I can figure out what happened to the path, or if we're here, maybe.
I guess we'll stay here for now.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
The
What'd you
band
get? What'd you roll?
ends. 6.
Oh.
So actually, I rolled a 2 plus 4.
Oh.
So hey,
Yeah,
that's better
that's
than
good.
an actual 2. Good on you. You know just enough to realize that you're starting to get kind of out of eyesight of the rest of the party because of the mist, and you're like, I haven't put together a real trail. Nope, I am coming back. You don't really find like an existing trail. I will say a 6 survival is enough to look around and go, given kind of just the grassland with, rocks pocketing here and there, perhaps like a nice hilly Minnesota hillside. Even if things come through here regularly, they're probably not leaving that much of a path. But this also may not have been a regularly traveled area.
Can I ask? So we followed this path. Did we follow it from the start of the path? Did the path go from the beach to here and just ends?
The path was, it was a path by virtue of being the only way to thread your way through the rocks.
Okay. We didn't see like, crushed grass or anything. Like it's not a trail path. Okay.
No, it did not look like it was. It's one of those areas that you follow and you feel like it should be man-made, but in fact was not. Most likely a water course and that sort of thing, as it appears like this is kind of the northerly point of the island.
Mm-hmm.
Much like the point of Chad's fine hat.
Point of no
Very
return.
pointy.
Well,
What will you do, kiddos?
we could either try to push on or take a rest here. I don't know if I like the idea of sleeping out here with all these undead
We should
assholes walking around.
be protected under the guise and the gaze of this century here. I do believe. I'm very tired.
I'd make a really badass undead.
No doubt you
Yes.
would. No doubt. But with that said, what do you guys think? Are anybody else injured as badly as I am?
I said bring it on.
I think we could keep
Bring
moving.
it on.
I'm pretty tired though.
I feel great.
We could take short rests if that helps anyone.
We have been through a lot.
This
I got-
short rest doesn't do anything for exhaustion, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Why don't we just rest here for the night?
I would be okay with that.
We could build a fire, maybe. I don't know. Is that good or bad for undead?
It's all this fog that's freaking me out.
I say we build it.
We should
The
build a
fire's
fire.
good for us.
Yes. Maybe
Who cares what it
watches
does to
throughout
the
the
undead?
night,
I'll eat 'em.
as we've done before, to protect ourselves.
Absolutely.
Would be good. Yes. We've done this before. We can do it again. Let's
I will
rise
take
to the
first watch.
occasion. Yes.
all right.
I'll sleep.
All right. Let's take our rest here then.
All right. Do you want to, in fact, take your rest at points on this map or points in theater of the mind?
Yeah,
Which type?
perhaps
Did it? Well,
somewhere away from these corpses.
Mm-hmm.
It
What-
might not be bad idea to take rest in place with better vantage point
Yes.
than in this canyon.
It's a great idea.
Even though, of course, there's fog everywhere.
Perhaps up about the century. We could see in different
on top of there.
directions. If something comes in over there, we can see them sort of. If something comes over there, we can see that too. And then, of course, over there, we can see them coming.
What if we pile the bodies up and burn them?
Oh,
Would be very stinky.
stinky.
They, it
and,
would smell like bacon.
Well, I suppose the fog will cover up the smoke, but
but not
Perhaps
the stench.
you are confused about bacon.
We're all.
You're not wrong. You're not entirely wrong. We
Alright.
all are
We are-
bacon.
We
Ultimately,
are all bacon.
We are all bacon. You heard that nugget of wisdom here. Tethros, take yourself an inspiration for that.
all right, high ground. Let's do the high ground then.
It worked for the
I am for
hero
that.
of my people,
I'm gonna
was his
burn
name?
these bodies.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
All right, Tethros, you knock yourself out with that. I don't.
I'm gonna take that
Yeah.
inspiration away from you for that.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm not legally allowed to.
I'll remove it.
No, it's fine. You get to keep it. You keep it. So we've got a Tethros burning of bodies. Are other people gonna try and scramble up onto the ledge?
I have a grappling hook I could use.
Okay. So you're gonna toss a grappling hook up and try and rope your way up. All right. Roll me an athletics check with advantage.
I am very good at those.
Oh, you're an athletic bard.
All the good bards are.
Oh,
I'm
There
going to
it
use
is.
one of my
There it
luck
is.
points.
You have
he-
that
he
you have
gave you
advantage.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
I gave
you
my.
advantage.
Okay, all right. Let's do that.
There it is.
16.
there
That's
we go.
better.
Thanks to the power of grappling hook, you managed to. Oh, yeah. Rope. Ah, we're good. And you come face to face with a glowing giant spider. I'm kidding. No, there's nothing up there. No, don't make that face at me. You get up there, and you are also up next to the enormous statue of the knight. Sal, you didn't climb down, did you?
No, of course
No.
not.
That would have required too
You
much.
two are already up there.
I'm staying
Oh,
right
yeah.
here.
So yeah. So
I'll follow his rope.
I'm gonna say with the assistance of the whole party and the rope, you two are gonna make it up there sooner rather than later. So no need to roll. Only Zeb was in true danger. So you get scramble up there, and it's kind of like you see there where it's kind of a crescent-shaped space above there. The only thing I would note that is instead of appearing to get higher over here, it actually drops back off again. And all the rock here is there's a little bit of dirt, but the exposed rock is all that dark gray granite that dots perhaps the fine shores of Lake Superior. No, it's not. What is that? What is that rock?
Basalt.
Salt and rhyolite. Yeah.
Oh, you're a rhyolite. Fine.
Well,
This is
I know,
granite.
That's true. I'm
Nice.
a very fine specimen.
Really, we're all composed of the dust of stars. You'd be surprised, but it's true.
That's hubbub.
Thanks all. That's an
I'm-
inspiration from me personally, because that's actually yeah. Take that. Yeah, that did my heart
Oh,
good.
gladly.
And-
Gladly
And
take
to
that.
My mom and
Stardust
dad
we
dust.
shall
Get out of
return.
here.
So, in short order, and in no particular order, the bodies are piled, the bodies are burned. The 5 of you ascend up onto this ledge of rock to this upper tier.
And
with
the
their
goat.
Yeah, the goat does need help.
Oh.
Just bam, 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 bam. Hi.
Okay.
Hi, Greg.
Hello. Yeah, and unlike the last time on a Wednesday night we encountered ledges, there is no hellspawn demon trying to swoop in through the darkness and the fog to murder us. So that's a solid fucking win. But it is, even though it is the day still, you can only see maybe 100 feet in any direction up here. Continues to be off-putting. You can, in fact, start a fire. There's enough brush and wood and perhaps even some. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize what the hand was for, Dave. I apologize, please.
No, that's fine. Zal will he'll dig into his components pouch and pull out a bunch of things and lay them out on his robe in front, kind of sitting cross-legged, and he casts Healing Spirit. And what happens is as you are bustling about the camp, maybe making camp and that sort of thing, these spirit birds start to flit about the campsite, and they're kind of just sort of going from branch to shrub and bouncing around us in a circle, and everybody within that circle is going to gain 1d6 hit points every turn.
Nice.
So hopefully that will bring everybody back up to full hit points within a couple of seconds, a minute or so.
I reckon it would. Yeah. Healing Spirit not to be messed with.
Yep.
Whew. So that happens too. There is a magical moment of comfort, which is much needed.
Yeah, it feels nice.
You're able to get a fire going. And as the darkness begins to enshroud the land around you, because you can't tell that the sun's going down, it's just getting darker. You still hear birds in the distance, the cry of the gulls now, occasional undergrowth, the crunching of brush by Gray, the not gray goat. You settle in for the night and a long rest, and that is where we will call it for this evening for our first session
Hell
of the
yeah.
Isle of Endless Fog.
Nicely
For our first
done,
session
Michael.
of
Nicely
yeah.
done.
absolute epic critical attack.
That was
Oh my
holy
God.
Right. I know.
fucking magical, guys. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Not only are you guys a joy to play with normally, but that was also amazing on top of that shit. That's oh man.
I mean, I'm sure we can now be just used to that. I'm sure every session we'll be rolling
Right.
5, 6, natural 20s. So
I'm
we'll
sure
just go ahead and expect that, going forward. I'm sure that's fine.
there are other things to expect going forward too that you don't need to worry about. Certain things foreshadowed not even by me, but the party that are going to come up, and then you'll go back and watch the episodes after the fact and be like, oh, I was foreshadowing in all the wrong ways.
We did that to ourselves.
But while we do take that moment to rest and have our moment of victory, there's another victory that lies on the horizon, and that victory is for one of you fine, wonderful people in chat, because we are in fact giving away this very adventure, the Isle of Endless Fog, by our wonderful friends Chris and Jack, who are now CZRPG, who are also doing a Kickstarter that I've got to get on. Guys, if I am not wrong, all you need to do is type !drawing into the chat to get into that. Is that correct, Dave?
That's absolutely correct. Cardman's in. Cardman knows what's up.
Cardman, we got you.
Yes.
LHawk99, we also got you because you got in on that real quick. Who
Hi,
else?
Lee. Good to see ya. Thanks for stopping in. Everybody who rated us from Lord Gazumba's channel, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate you. It's great to have you drop in. It really gives us it just gives us a little tweak, feels good.
It makes us feel warm and fuzzy. Hey, while we're buying a little bit of time to let anyone else who wants to get into the drawing, were there any standout post-session thoughts anybody wants to kind of touch on before we go off the air?
I will go broke giving Andy all of my bits every time he does that motherfucking voice.
No kidding.
It's only going to get
I
better,
haven't
baby.
laughed that hard in
Nice.
ages.
So good. So good.
You guys have brought some just A game for characterization, and I am living for it. It makes me feel really good, especially as the guy who normally is running the game and is coming up with weird shit on the fly. It's not just me. I'm not alone.
Yeah, that's right.
As you may have caught with Clint, who I forgot to give a name before the session started.
Clint is perfect.
I
Clint's a
love that
good
the
man.
least weird person in this game is that goat.
Well, yeah.
Tip for the
that's quite
stream.
true.
Yeah.
In my notes from session 0, you'll go back and catch it somewhere. I mentioned things they might want to see in the game. Someone said, talking goat? It's like, okay.
Good. All right.
I'm here for it.
That's true.
Yeah.
I just want to hear
Somebody
Andy
did say
say,
that.
I was born
rewatched
short,
that.
squash flat. Or slab flat again.
Flat, flat.
Mama said I was born short and slapped
Yes,
flat.
the shield goat.
God damn it, that's so good.
Did you do you have a list handy?
Are you asking if I bought a book of Southern idioms to prepare for this?
Yep.
Did you?
Oh,
Did
yes,
you?
that's what we're
Because
asking.
that is how you
Yeah.
do
That's
it.
commitment.
Away.
That's commitment right there.
Oh, that is
And
beautiful.
I may or may not have them on an iPad here.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were just coming up with stuff.
I would also like to formally apologize to Orcanna for releasing the lobster, but that is
I was gonna
definitely
eat that.
that's definitely what Zal the druid would have done. So
Oh.
I have a
Sorry.
I have a question.
if
for
you go
Ashley.
hungry.
Ashley, do you spell Orcanna the Dungeons and Dragons way or the Warhammer way? AKA, is
boy.
it spelled with a C or with a K?
Ooh.
With a C. If you go into the journal section of Roll20,
Oh, that's right.
my name is written right there.
I could look there. That's fair. Okay.
I got an idea. Let's give away something.
Yeah.
Do it.
Let's do
we
this.
we have bid enough time for this.
Yeah, we got a bunch of
Let me-
people here
let me
in
put
the
on my
chat.
Hold on.
We
giveaway hat.
Yep,
got a
get the
bunch
hats
of
on.
Entries.
Those are giveaway hats. Kirk, where's your giveaway hat?
Doesn't work as well with the head thing.
You're
Metal
doing
is
what you can, and we
unforgiving.
support you. Metal is unforgiving. It comes from hell. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Michael, who's
Thornton.
gonna do the 5-second countdown?
Why does everybody have crowns? I don't.
Well, I see one person
left out.
without a hat, so I feel it must fall to them. Unfortunately, he can't hear me talking about him because he has those on his head.
can't hear a thing.
Gatormson,
Andy,
Yeah.
you have to do
Did
the
I win?
count.
Oh, all
You have
right.
to do
you
the
won the
countdown.
countdown.
Did I win?
Yeah.
What I win, guys? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Silver, red,
Red Fox
Silver
Gaming.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you have won the Realm Warp Media publication, The Island of Endless Fog. I will send that to you in a whisper. Congratulations. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you
Awesome.
so much, everyone, for attending this madness that we played through, and it was, gosh, that was a hell of a lot of fun, guys. I am
Nice job.
so stoked to get back to this shit.
Hell
You guys-
yeah.
hey, I am only as good as the people who are lifting me. You are all on a very deep level the wind beneath my wings.
Oh wow. This just got really sort of touching.
It did, and now we should go raid someone to spread our joy.
Let's do it. Let's
Right.
do that. All right. Let's see. Who
Can
is
we
about?
raid?
Who is about?
Let us go take us.
On
Pick
raid.
up our weapons.
Phoenix is
and visit their channels. Phoenix ain't doing.
Let's go to Stella Luna. We're gonna go check.
Yeah.
We're gonna go raid Stella Luna.
Woot!
All right.
Thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Love you. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you
for
tomorrow.
Midwinter
Yeah, for
Keening.
Midwinter
Midwinter
Keening.
Keening.
Oh man, we're gonna level up to fucking pain tomorrow. I tell you what.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh,
Love you
good.
guys. We'll see ya.
I'm gonna say level up.
All right, we have raided.